What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we are going to be checking out an amazing team submitted here to the channel by a member of the community, HouseStark93. So shout out to him. Thank you for sharing this with us. And as you guys can see, House Stark was able to reach rank 7 in the world. Global leaderboards 3609 rating there with this team of Delphox, Medicham, and Electrode. So today we're going to be checking out his battles with this team. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about it. It is a couple hours left here for the Love Cup, and then we are going to be coming back to all leagues being available, and I'm going to have a best teams of Great League coming out later today, so be on the lookout for that. Okay, getting into the first battle here, we have Delphox on the lead versus Slowbro, which is not too bad of a matchup, but it really starts to add up, and they are going to be going for the Psychic right here. This is going to do resisted damage here in the matchup because Psychic resists Psychic, right? But we'll have to see what he decides to do. Psychic does land for a decent amount of damage, and we do see a swap straight into Electrode, and we will see a Cherrim now coming in. So Cherrim probably having access to that Weather Ball right here and potentially a Hyper Beam, like we saw from yesterday's video, but this is just going to be a Weather Ball. Does a decent amount of neutral damage, and we are going to see the Hyper Beam now come through. This is either going to one-shot the Cherrim or get a shield. It's going to get a shield right there, which is actually still pretty nice. Getting shield advantage is always great here in these matchups. Now, can he get to another Hyper Beam? He can if they decide, but they decide to throw energy. Is he going to shield right here? Probably going to let it go. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and let that Weather Ball go through. Come back in with the Delphox right here and farm down the Cherrim, and he is going to shield again. Has to watch out for that Hyper Beam, and it's just a Weather Ball shield bait. Ooh, that's unfortunate. It could potentially get to a Hyper Beam. Another charge move coming through. He's going to let this one go. This is Hyper Beam. Oh man, so be it. I think it's just going to be Weather Ball. Yeah, it is, which is resisted because of that fire type. And we do see a swap straight into Slowbro again, which means the Psychic should be getting the final shield or taking out the Slowbro. It takes out the Slowbro. Cherrim is low with no energy, and the final Pokemon is going to be... It's going to be a Sunny Castform here, so Medicham should do pretty well in this matchup. It really has to watch out for Solar Beam, but that was way too quick to be Solar Beam. This is going to be that Weather Ball for some decent neutral damage here, but counters are really going to start adding up, and I think he can just go for double Psychics right here. We'll have to see. Remember, he still does have a shield. Same with the opponent, so we will probably see a shield right here on this Psychic, and we do see a shield, so now he just needs to get to one more, but he's got to be very, very careful about a sacrificial swap into that Sunny Cherrim. Remember, it is still in the back. So he's going to go ahead and shield this next charge move, rightfully so. And then we are going to see a potential swap right here. He's got to be ready. A bit of lag, and it was a swap. Oh no, that is very unfortunate right here. Psychic is going to be taking out the Cherrim, and we will see the Castform come back in. He's going to sack swap himself. No, he's going to be able to get to the Ice Punch last second right here to take out the Sunny Castform, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. Unfortunately, you got that bit of lag, but let's go ahead and move into this next battle here. We have Delphox on the lead versus Charizard. Not the best of matchups right here. Psychic will still do a lot of damage, and we see an instant swap into Electrode to get ahead on energy. Medicham does come in right here, and that is going to be an XL Medicham with 1,499 combat power here. And he's probably going to be letting this charge move go through. Yeah, it's just going to be a power-up punch right there, which is really nice. He's going to go ahead and go for Discharge here. They have to respect the potential Hyper Beam, but Discharge is still a great neutral damage move, and they do get a shield, which is nice. So now he's going to try to go for that Hyper Beam right here. Can he get to it in time? Ooh, barely not able to get to it. Is he going to give up a shield, though, to try to get off the Hyper Beam? He's going to let it go through. Power-up punch is not enough damage to take it out. Hyper Beam now coming through. Is this going to one-shot the Medicham right here? Please say so. It does. Boom! Takes out the Medicham. So able to flip this matchup and keep shield advantage. That is why Electrode is one of the deadliest safe swaps here in the Love Cup. Now we will see the Delphox probably come in. No, we're going to see the Medicham now come into this Electrode right here. Start loading up on energy, and that's what's great about Medicham as well, is that Ice Punch for neutral damage to Charizard. It definitely helps out in those matchups. He's going to go ahead and shield the Discharge. Charizard doesn't have a lot of energy right here, so Psychic is probably going to be getting the final shield, and we may see a swap out. We'll have to see how he plays it. Oh no, the Psychic lands and the defense drop right there. That is huge. This next charge move coming through is just going to be a Dragon Claw. It's not going to do too much here. Oh no, it is a Blast Burn. That actually does a lot of damage to the Delphox, but able to get to the Flame Charge here. This should be getting the final shield here from Electrode, or they just may let it go because it's basically a good battle. Gets the final shield, so they're holding on. They do have quite a bit of energy, and they did go for a discharge shield base, so we'll have to see how this plays out. It just needs to get to this Ice Punch right here to probably finish off. Now, is this going to be a Hyper Beam? He's going to go ahead and shield, and it's just another discharge. This is going to be very, very close. Going for the Psychic now. Oh, risky, 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 but the Psychic will be able to take out the Electrode, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. Okay, moving into this next battle, let's see how this one goes. We have Delphox versus Medicham on the lead. Man, Delphox is typing everyone. That Fire Psychic is so strong in this meta, so we'll have to see what the opponent decides to do. He's going to go ahead and build up to Psychic and look to go for it. It's going to do a lot of neutral damage, and he's going to shield himself right here. This is just going to be a power-up punch. That is unfortunate. So going for the Psychic now, we'll probably see a shield here on the Medicham. If not, this is going to do a lot of neutral damage. Oh, wow, they let it go. That is rough. He's going to go ahead and swap now into the Medicham Mirror to soak this next power-up punch right here. Very, very good swap, and going to be able to farm down. The opponent does bring in a Wormadam Trash, though. So counters and Psychic is resisted because of that steel typing, but still, it does a lot of neutral resisted damage. And counters really start to add up, as you guys can see right here. So Wormadam's going to be able to get to a Bug Buzz right here. He's probably going to let this go. It's not enough to KO. It definitely shouldn't be enough. No, it's able to survive, and hopefully he can get to another Psychic in time. Yes, able to get to it just before he goes down to that final Confusion with that defense drop right here. So this is probably going to get a shield from the Wormadam, and it does. That is very, very nice. So we'll probably see Delphox now come back in and look to farm down right here, get ahead on energy. Medicham is low and has no energy, and we'll have to see what the final Pokemon is going to be. It's going to be a Clefable right here. This is very, very ideal. Flame Charge is going to do a lot of neutral damage. They're going to be resisting Charm. They still have Electrode, and they get the final shield, which means there is a Hyper Beam ready to go in the back. So they are going to try to swap now into Medicham and farm down, but able to simultaneously KO, and we are going to see the Electrode come in. The safe play right here is to go for Discharge, and he's not going to go for it, everyone. He's going to go for the Hyper Beam, rightfully so. Discharge would do enough neutral damage to take out this Clefable, but when in doubt, or not even when in doubt, when you're so far ahead, just go for the Hyper Beam, and he's going to go for it for the overkill right here. This is awesome to see. This is what you do when you have Hyper Beam and no shields. You go for it anyways, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. All right. Moving into this next battle, we have Delphox versus Oh, man, that is going to get absolutely destroyed right here. We do see a swap straight into Medicham. So going to stay in right here. Maybe go for the Flame Charge. We'll have to see what he decides to do. It's going to go for the Psychic. Charge move now coming through. Probably, yeah, he is going to shield. This could be a Psychic right here, and it is, so that's a good shield right there. Would do resisted damage, but still, Delphox isn't the bulkiest Pokemon out there, so a lot of resisted damage will still chunk. And they land it. Wow. Okay, so Medicham now coming in to farm down. Has Ice Punch for the Vileplume, which is just deadly, so we'll probably see Vileplume come back in. Another Psychic comes through. It does quite a bit of neutral damage right there, but saves his final shield. We do see the Vileplume come in. Going to go for this Ice Punch. This is going to do massive, super effective damage, but we will probably see a shield. Yeah, we do see a shield, and now he can get to another Ice Punch in time to get the final shield. Yeah, he's going to be able to get to the Ice Punch. He was looking to go for Psychic. Ice Punch may not KO right here. Psychic definitely would, but let's see if he gets the final shield. He does get the final shield, and they decide to swap out into Scrafty, which means Electrode is going to come in and Hyper Beam right here. When in doubt, throw the Hyper Beam, right? He's probably going to shield the potential foul play. No, he may let it go. No, he is going to shield the foul play right here. Look to go for this Hyper Beam. Oh, man, you just love to see it. Going to over farm as well to hopefully get off a charge move versus the Vileplume in the back. But we will see a Hyper Beam come through and one-shot the Scrafty. Boom! Takes it out, and then we do see an instant swap to try to farm down. Has to get to that Flame Charge right here. Vileplume does have quite a bit of energy and not able to get off the Sludge Bomb in time. This Flame Charge will be able to take out the Shadow Vileplume, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. Man. Hyper Beam Electrode, absolutely deadly endgame. Okay, so we have Wigglytuff on the lead now. This is definitely a very positive matchup, but Charm really still adds up, and we do see a swap out into the Medicham mirror. Or not the mirror, but into Medicham. Now, we'll probably see what he does before. He just goes straight for the Psychic. Probably he's gonna let this one go. This could be Psychic right here. It is gonna be a Psychic, which still does a lot of resisted damage, as we've seen. He's gonna go for his own. Now, he needs to come into this mirror match right here because he needs to keep that Medicham away from the Wigglytuff, which we do see the Medicham now come into the mirror match. So the opponent's probably going to go for another Psychic right here. He might as well, and he's going to go ahead and shield and respect that. He needs to maintain a lot of health so he can get off a charge move, and it was Psychic. So he can get off a charge move versus the Wigglytuff that's going to be coming back in. So he's going to go ahead and build up to multiple Ice Punches right there, maxed out on energy. This Ice Punch, I don't think is going to do enough to take out Medicham. Oh, it actually is barely enough right there, and we do see the Wigglytuff now come in. So he has 2 Ice Punches ready to go. This first one probably won't get a shield from the opponent, but they do have to respect the damage from Psychic. No, they let it go right there, and then he's going to be able to get to another Ice Punch in time. This is just going to chip away the health here on Wigglytuff, which is always nice. They still have Delphox, still have Electrode, and Wigglytuff is so low and still has 1 shield as well. So will we see the Electrode or Delphox come in? We are going to see the Delphox instant swap into Magcargo right here. So Electrode definitely needs to be able to get to 2 discharges in order to win this matchup. We will see the first one now come through. This is going to be Stone Edge now coming through, and he is going to have to shield. Both charge moves, Stone Edge and Overheat on a Magcargo will basically one-shot an Electrode, so he has to respect that damage. Discharge now coming through. This is going to gets the final shield right there, and we are going to see, not able to get to the Hyper Beam. It would be resisted anyways, but we will see this discharge land. Is it going to do enough neutral damage though? No, barely not enough. Hopefully he can farm down. Wow, he can farm down with 1 HP in a Dream, has a discharge ready to go for this Wigglytuff, and this is going to be taking out the Wigglytuff, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. And these are some great battles here. All right. Delphox on the lead versus, oh man, this is absolute destruction right here. Let's see what's in the back. We do see an instant swap into Electrode, so we're going to see the instant swap into the mirror, actually. Oh man, it's going to try to go for that Hyper Beam. That is what's so deadly about these matchups, is the Hyper Beam. Oh man. Oh, it's just a discharge shield base, so that means the opponent does have discharge Hyper Beam as well. Otherwise, they'd be going for foul play because it's the same energy, but he's going to go for the Hyper Beam. Is this going to one-shot? It does! Boom! Takes out the Electrode in the mirror, and Clefable is in the back. So this game is still not over, but Delphox is definitely going to be the key to victory here. He definitely needs to start getting shields from the opponent. This could get a shield because they have to respect the next Hyper Beam. No, they let it go! Able to get to another discharge in time. This is definitely very clutch right here because they need to get that shield, which they do. So Delphox now can safely come in and kind of clean this game up very nicely, and just needs to shield the potential charge move here from the Clefable. So they are going to shield that, right? Don't want to get hit with Psychic, honestly anything. Moonblast as well. And then the Wormadam is going to come in. He may go for the Flame Charge right away to get the shield because this is going to boost the attack of Fire Spin, that fast move here on Delphox, and then can completely farm down and just absolutely shred. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage. And that is going to be a good battle, very well played. So that mid game, definitely very favorable with landing that Hyper Beam, the one shot. You'll love to see it. Okay, moving into the final battle here. We have Delphox on the lead versus Scolipede. Scolipede does not like this matchup either. They're going to swap right away into Electrode. So many Electrode safe swaps in this meta, and rightfully so. It is an extremely strong safe swap because there's nothing that can wall it. There's no hard wall to it because of Hyper Beam and Discharge. It can do heavy neutral damage to everything in the meta, which is great. Which is why I was saying at the beginning of the week, Electrode is going to be the best safe swap, and everyone's been using it. So Ice Punch now coming through. No shield from the Electrode, but it is able to get to another charge move. They're going to go ahead and let this one go through. It's just going to be a discharge right here, which is not enough to take out the Medicham, but they gave up shield advantage right here, but that's okay. They can still line up. Oh man, going for Psychic. They're definitely going to be able to get this shield back. Otherwise, this is going to one-shot the Scolipede because it is super weak to Psychic, so it does get a shield. And then the Delphox now can come back into Scolipede. Now, Scolipede does have access to Sludge Bomb, which is going to do a lot of damage, and X-Scissor as well is going to do neutral here, but we'll have to see. He's going to go ahead and shield the Sludge Bomb. That's a good call. And we do see a swap out now into Scrafty, so we will see Electrode come in. So Delphox does have extra energy ready to go, so when it comes in, it can get that Flame Charge off right away. Charge Move now coming through. This is probably going to be foul play, which it is. That's going to do a lot of neutral damage, but they weren't able to build up to Hyper Beam right there, so the opponent may not shield this. We'll have to see how this plays out. No shield right there. So Volt Switches are going to start getting the Scrafty low. Oh, able to get to another one in time. This may get the final shield here from the opponent. And it does, which means Delphox, hopefully the Scrafty doesn't have enough energy. Delphox can get off this Flame Charge, which it does. This is going to take out Scrafty. Scolipede has no energy, and this Delphox is boosted with a Fire Spin to do super effective damage and absolutely shred apart this Scolipede, but it's able to get to a charge move. Is this Sludge Bomb, though? I think that was a bit quick. It might just be X-Scissor. It is just X-Scissor, which does a lot of neutral damage anyways. Delphox able to take it right there, though, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I think the Love Cup was a lot of fun this week. It was a great meta. Charmers were definitely all over the place, but there were a lot of great answers to it. And this team right here, built by House Dark with the Delphox, Medicham, Electrode, is definitely very strong. So if you guys are looking to do some last Love Cup battles, you already have a Medicham, you already have Electrode. Delphox is a very cheap investment as well. And you guys saw how it performed today. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.